Sabrina Locksmith, and in this video I'm going to show you how to unlock Kia or Hyundai smart keys using the KD-X2. Let's get to it. So why would we want to do this? First, let me show you what a unlock smart key looks like. These are both OEM refurbished keys. See how it says unlocked? And this one says already locked. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so if I try to program this to a vehicle, the unlocked one, it will program. But if I try to program this, it will not program because it's already paired with another vehicle. And you need to unlock it before you pair it. So typically, another reason you'd want to unlock these is, like I did right here, I refurbished these keys. They were used smart keys, but I opened them up, cleaned them up, recased them. So I can sell them as aftermarkets or just whatever, because I inherited these keys. And you can just buy a bunch of like used OEM keys sometimes and then just recase them and refurbish them and check them and make sure they work good. And generally they will, So it's good to learn this because it can save you some money instead of buying a new OEM key. So what do we need? We need our locked smart key, and let me show you that this is the locked one. Already locked. Awesome. We're going to need our KD-X2. This is my preferred machine to unlock keys. And we're going to use this adapter it comes with. It's solderless and it's pretty simple. And we're just going to start by hooking it up already. Perfect. Step 1, you're going to take out the board. For this particular smart key, you're going to take out the emergency key. Just go right here, kind of put the smart key right here. There's like an indentation, it kind of just split it apart. There we go. This is the board. So that's step 1. This is the opening screen, chip function, remote renew. We're gonna go to Hyundai Kia. Just look around for a bit. That's not our board. It's gonna be the one with the same FCC ID. But I'm just showing you guys what it looks like. There's this other thing. But it's this one. The one that has the same FCC ID. That's the board that we have. And I'm gonna follow the diagram. I'm gonna try to lock. It failed here because I wasn't doing it properly. Finally. Awesome. Success. So this is exactly how it should look. As you can see right here, if you follow the chart, the yellow should be on a little yellow dot right here. And that, these little jumper cables hooked up. But let's see if it worked. And it's now unlocked. Now we have another smart key to use for a customer. So step 3, we're going to put the board back in together. Okay, and I just want to give you my final thoughts. So if you do choose the wrong option or do it wrong, sometimes you'll just mess up the board and it won't work anymore. I've actually done that with a different I did it wrong, I chose the wrong option or something, and then that board didn't work anymore. It wiped out or something. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but it wouldn't read, and it was reading before I did it. I mean to get a new shell because this button's kind of whack, but we'll see. And I do want to say a lot of locksmiths don't think it's worth buying used keys and refurbishing them. Each to their own. I don't really do that either because it is time consuming, and I've had this key for a long time and I almost used it, but the customer thought his key was bad, but it ended up having some other issue with this Hyundai Kia. So I never got to sell it. So I just programmed it. They didn't want it in the end because they thought a new key would solve their problem. It didn't. So then, I don't know if it's worth it or not, but it is handy to, in case these smart keys fall upon you, you can just unlock them and recase them if it's worth it to you. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Beginner Locksmith signing off.